After searching YouTube for videos on how to create a thumbnail for the game Counter-Strike, I did not find what I was looking for, namely how to make a quality thumbnail for Counter-Strike. So I decided to make such a video myself, and in this video I will show you how to make a good thumbnail for video on CS. The first thing you need to decide on the idea of thumbnail. Since recently in CS came out a new case, I decided to do something on this topic. I found these sources: a picture of the new case, a picture of the knife which allegedly fell out of the case. On the background I took a picture of the map Mirage, the sky, and all sorts of little things like the price tag and glare. It remains to throw it all in Photoshop and put together a full-fledged thumbnail. Create a project with these settings, don't ask why, it's necessary. After creating the project, add all the necessary material in Photoshop and start creating. The first thing, I separate the character from the background. I do it with a quick selection, and the selection worked a little crooked. I correct it with a lasso, and then in the select and mask, a little adjust the settings and pass on the edge of the hair. I adjust the background a little bit, and in the same way that I just separate the character from the background, I cut out the case from the screenshot. Then I add the knife, and using levels, I make shadows under the case and on the case to better blend it into the composition. I think that this sky is a bit boring, so I will also replace it, and I will do it with a very convenient tool that saves a lot of time. Click here, here, and that's it. The sky is replaced. Now I'll just add a photo of another sky, which I prepared in advance, and with a set alt click between these layers and slightly change the location of the photo with the sky. To emphasize our knife, I'll add a flare behind it, but since there's a lot of noise on it, I'll go into the camera raw filter and use these sliders to fix it. Next, I'm going to turn it green with a gradient map, and then I'll add one more flare to enhance the glow effect. Now that almost all the objects are in their places, we can make color correction of all these objects. Color correction is needed to highlight the objects. Whether it is a photo of simple or knife, color correction should be done for every picture. In fact, it is one of the most important steps in creating a thumbnail. Color correction can dramatically change the whole work and make it much more attractive. I understand that not everyone knows how to do it, that is color correction. This topic deserves a separate video because it's quite a voluminous topic, but if in brief, you need to make the picture more contrast, better quality, brighter, and that it was pleasant to look at. Just move the sliders and look at the result. The main thing is not to overdo it. It's better to do less than overdo it. I also decided to make such a short lighter, and with the help of fuse iteration change the color to a lighter one. To make the picture not look flat, I'll also add a shadow on the main character and make a little light behind him and behind the case too, and in general I'll add a little bit of haze to the whole composition. For more clickability, I decided to add a price tag of $1,000 on the knife. I think it should attract the attention of viewers. The method of drawing contour light has changed a bit since my last video on how to draw light. It is still relevant, you can watch it, maybe you will find something useful for you. As you can see, I'm tracing around the object with a white brush. That is, I create a new layer and holding Ctrl click here. Now on this new layer I circle around the character exactly the same way around the case and the knife, and then I drop this thumbnail into stable diffusion. And here's the important point here, guys. There are quite a few videos on YouTube about stable diffusion, but there is no video on how to use this stable diffusion to create thumbnails. I can't show that in this video because the video is a bit about something else, and is there any point in making me such a video at all? Write about it in the comments. After the photo is processed, I add it back to Photoshop, and on the mask I manifest the result, and this is the beauty we get in the end. Also, do not forget about the final color correction. It is also very important. I mean, it is very important. Don't forget about it, please.